You know what they say about movies that are unique, movies that are good, you know, the way people rush and come and start, you know, talking about it. Oh, that movie is great. Oh, that movie is this. I can't find the right words to label this particular movie that I'm about to review.
I think I'll beg you. Cut soup for me. Show me the way. I beg.
Brotherly, you sure say you go fit do the kind work with me they do?
Ross.
No rush, answer me.
Boss, you see my life right now? Equal to nothing. You won't understand the kind of financial pressure when I dey under. See these children, they plan for them.
Madam, sorry. I forget biscuits.
Boss, within my eyes don't see. I dey try. I dey walk. This life no just
God no lie.
just dey unfair for me. Wow. He had so day. Shame they catch me to go house, go sleep for bed for night.
Hi guys, my name is AY with the double O, and of course this is Relufe Review. This is where we review the Nigerian art, music, movies, and of course entertainment in general. You know, when you see me on Relufe Review, it's another movie review, and like I always say, everything that you hear me say here is based off on what I think about the movie alone. That's about it. All right, my name is AY with the double O once again. Of course, let's get straight to the movie that I'll be reviewing today. So today I'm going to be reviewing To Kill a Monkey, and I must say that I cannot begin to express myself. Like, I can't put it to words. I can't say everything about To Kill a Monkey right now, but I'm sure that I'm expecting more to come. It's an 8-episode series, and it was written, produced, and directed by Kemi Adetiba. And I must say that Kemi has given us a lot of, you know, amazing movies in the past. So many beautiful movies, of course, from Kemi Adetiba. But of course, I think there's nothing like To Kill a Monkey. I've not seen something like this in the history of Nigerian movies. And this is the first time I'm going to come out on Relufe TV to say that I can't fault this movie. Do you understand? There's no perfect, I don't think there's such thing as a perfect movie. But I want to rate this a perfect movie. I want to call it a perfect movie. I just cannot begin to eulogize Kemi Adetiba. Take your crown, take it, you deserve it. And I hope that you're wearing your crown right now, because you created a masterpiece. You created movies that 10, 15 years down the line, we can show to our children. I mean, like, you can pass on to generations. This is a movie that, you know, I think 5 generations to come would watch and still enjoy if the world still exists. So let's talk about To Kill a Monkey. To Kill a Monkey tells the story of Efe. Efe is a young struggling man, you know, struggling to make ends meet and all of that, who falls into the hands of, who meets up with a close friend, and of course, who's into cybercrime, and they team up and of course make decisions that, if he made wrong decisions or decisions that he had to deal with, you know, the consequences of his actions at the end of the day. They say the end justifies the means, but I mean, the big question at the end of that movie is, does the end really justify, you know, the means? Because the story is relatable. You know, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of young people have made wrong decisions by trying to make ends meet. But with Efe, we saw, and Efe was played by William Benson, and I must say that I cannot really, I'm still going to come to how Kemi puts, you know, our actors together. I don't know how she comes about an amazing team of actors, but these are actors that, you know, maybe, I mean, for William Benson, I haven't seen him in top movies in a while. Of course, I would like to call him a veteran actor. He's been acting for quite some time, but seeing him again in something fresh, something renewing, I would never have believed that he would be able to play a role like that until I saw him in this particular movie. And I must say that even in our cast selection, she tops the chart, right? So back to the consequences of actions and decisions that we make. Different things force people to do things. And at the end of the day, you want to say, oh, this is the reason why I did this. A lot of things to take home from this movie. Things such as whatever decision you're going to make it for you. Don't sacrifice for, this is not to say that you will not sacrifice for your family or for people that you love, but at the end of the day, the one thing that should be at the back of your mind is that you're doing this for yourself. Don't do it for anybody. The people you are doing it for would come later on to turn their backs against you. Literally, if he sacrificed a lot for his wife, for his children, and I mean, the main reason he did this wasn't for himself. If he was a young, struggling man on his own without a family, he wouldn't make the wrong decisions. He had to make the tough decision for his family, and at the end of the day, there was nothing to show for it. Along the line, you dine with the devil, your spoon has to be very long, for you to dine with the devil. And I think if he did not plan for how, things eventually turned out. But, I mean, for this film, Bucci Franklin played the role of a boss who was the, leader of the cybercrime, kingpin of the, fraud company and all of that, who was hiding behind being, a logistics dealer and what have we. These are things that are relatable, things that we see in the country. A lot of fraudulent guys, call them the Yahoo boys, and what have we, into money laundering, and, if he along the line had to start to buy establishments just to launder this money because they were making a whole lot of money.
If this isn't us, let me ask you something. What has been us done for us?
All this money where we dey make. If you know press their neck. What's it again, huh?
You get millions where you no fit account for. You get properties worth millions, assets worth millions. My guy, you're wicked. You don't gas.
Make sure you don't lose her.
Yes, boss.
You share for me?
Your mother.
I'm a street boy.
That's enough, Inspector. Just like me. You self na criminal.
That's still breathing.
The lesson to take home is, you as an individual have to deal with the consequences of your actions, and whatever actions you take, be ready for the consequences, because behind every action, trust me, there's a consequence, whether good or bad, and you have to prepare yourself ahead before taking that step. So that it's like, let me give an analogy. You want to jump, and that, where you're jumping from is high. Be prepared for two things: to either land safe and sound, or to land and fall or break a leg. You have to process all of these things before you jump. Be ready for whatever, for the consequences of whatever actions that you take. So I'm going to take it to the cast. That's basically what the story centers around. And I mean, they got more than what they bargained for. I'm not going to be doing spoilers. They beat more than what they could chew. Interesting characters: Obos the Boss, played by Bucci Franklin; Efe, played by William Benson; Teacher, of course, played by Chidi Mokeme; Stella Damascus, played Nosa; Lilian Afegbai, played Obos's wife, and a whole lot of amazing, beautiful actors. It was a beautiful cast. I don't know how she did the casting, but I mean, this was a beautiful movie put together. Daniel Etim, this is the first time I saw Daniel Etim in like a flash. When they just flash someone through in a movie, that was what I saw. I mean, I think I saw him about 4 scenes in total, and I mean, it was good to just see Daniel in another light, different from the old lover boy thingy, and what have we. But it was a good movie. It didn't necessarily need, top cast, like A-list actors, the kind of actors that we see all of the time for it to be a masterpiece. Kemi Adetiba created a masterpiece. 1 hour plus for each episode, and I was hooked from start to finish. The plots is a solid 10. The cast is a solid 10. The theme of the movie is a solid 10. You know, when something is enjoyable and you have lessons to take home, and at the same time, there's a way you keep asking yourself how the person that scripted this put it together. So you want to say, how can one person script? Because I saw it clearly written, produced and directed by Kemi Adetiba. And I'm like, this is one big work. So now I understand why it took time for us to release To Kill a Monkey, because this is not something you just put out casually for people to watch. This is something that, give people the trailer, allow them to think, allow them to digest it, allow them to wonder what's coming before you release it. That's how, it's like a prince or a queen trying to make a grand entry, and I think that's what she did with To Kill a Monkey. She came in with that, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to walk in, slow and careful. And this is not to undermine, because I've seen a lot of people now deviate from the fact that, Kemi Adetiba created a masterpiece, to saying things like, oh, and to those people producing some YouTube movies, this is not to say that there's no effort. But at the same time, if Kemi Adetiba has decided, I'm going to take my time to produce a movie, and for every time I produce, I'll create a masterpiece, it's a brilliant idea. It's something good. That's a standard. That's what she has set for herself. It doesn't now mean that the other movies that are, on YouTube or this are not, beautiful movies as well. But this is a masterpiece. To the soundtrack, to the cinematography, to the lighting, to the setting. When something ticks all of the boxes and is uniform, not at any point did I see episode 1 different, in cinematography, in effects, and all of that in lighting, to episode 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 6, to the setting, I can't even begin to think about the thought process of this movie, but it's something that everybody should watch. From this end, To Kill a Monkey is a 10 over 10. That's just the best that I can give. That's not even the best. If you can rate something higher, if I can give it 100 over 10, I would give it 100 over 10. But I think this is the first 10 over 10 we're getting on Relufe TV. Yay! This is the first, movie we're reviewing a 10. This is just too good to be true. When you start to ask yourself if you're still watching a movie, that's how good and that's how beautiful To Kill a Monkey is. It is a must watch. If you have not seen it, you don't have to stress yourself. It's not the cinemas. It's on Netflix. All you have to do is get a subscription and please just go watch it. Go and watch it. It's on Netflix. 8 whooping episodes. It's something you can finish in a day. If you want to dedicate 2 days, well, I can bet that you cannot start To Kill a Monkey and not finish it. It's a masterpiece. And Kemi Adetiba, one more time, take your crown. You deserve it. You created a masterpiece, a beautiful movie, an enjoyable movie, something that generations down to come would watch and still still remember. I think for all our movies, for To Kill a Monkey, Kemi Adetiba would not be forgotten. Go and watch it. We have rated it a 10. Let me know what you think about this. I don't think anyone will rate To Kill a Monkey other than a 10 over 10. That's just what I think. It's that good. Yeah. Go and watch it. Let me know what you think, and of course drop comments in the comment box. That's about it on To Kill a Monkey. Don't forget to like I always say, subscribe if this is your first time here, of course. And of course, click the notification button to get notifications when we drop a movie or a movie review or any other videos, of course, on Relufe TV, and of course on Thread, on X, on Facebook, Instagram. We are at Relufe TV. My name is AY with the double O, and of course I'll be doing this again on another episode of Relufe Review. Bye guys.